Hello and welcome to our September 24th Facebook Live. I'm Mayor Pat Fuel. I'd like to speak today about a few topics, including face masks, council committees, and Orange Shirt Day. You're welcome to ask questions again live in real time, so please send in any questions in the comments below. Before we do start, I really wanted to thank Deputy Mayor Denise Peterson for stepping in for me during the last Facebook Live. She led many different events while I was away, and I'm very grateful for her help. Deputy Mayor Peterson has been an incredible leader in this community for many, many years, and I'm always amazed by the amount of things that she volunteers for to help her community. So thank you very much, Denise. I'd like to start today's session with some notes about face masks. For those of you who have watched a few of these Facebook Live sessions, you'll know that I've been encouraging face masks for several months now. And our understanding of COVID-19 has evolved as this pandemic has gone on. However, what we said in the beginning is still very true. Our most effective ways to stop the spread of COVID-19 in our community and any community is frequent hand washing, maintaining physical distances at least 2 meters in public, and staying home and isolating when we're sick. Face masks can help during the times when we aren't able to maintain physical distancing, which is why we've been encouraging people to use them. And I do understand that there's controversy about the face masks and that people have strong opinions on it. But as a leader in the community and with the council that I have, we need to take our guidance from health officials, and we don't have the luxury of just thinking something's okay or not. We have to look at stats and we have to look at advice from medical professionals. Recently, council has been discussing a potential face mask bylaw, and I know this was also controversial. It's an important decision, which is why it requires a serious and in-depth discussion at council. Throughout this pandemic, we have taken the necessary actions to be prepared for a potential increase in cases in Strathmore, and preparing this bylaw is an important step to being prepared. But I want the public to understand something right now as much as possible, and that's why I'm so glad we can do these Facebook Live sessions. There is no mandatory face mask bylaw in effect right now. Council is still studying the bylaw for additional amendments. The town is not moving forward with a mask bylaw at this current time. We have only given first reading to the bylaw to ensure that we are prepared to act in the future if the cases go up drastically and should a mask bylaw be necessary. The goal is always and has always been, and Strathmore's residents and visitors from Siksika and the county have done so much in the last several months to try and slow the spread of COVID-19. And we do appreciate all your help in keeping those case numbers low. Town Council is always trying to look ahead. We have to be ready to look ahead because the actions we take today will be reflected in possible case numbers 1 or 2 weeks down the road. And I'm very proud of Strathmore residents for working so hard to stop the spread of COVID-19. Just before the Facebook Live session, I was thinking of a way to explain how it's at first reading right now. And I know the public, a lot of people thought the mask bylaw was coming in immediately. Right now, it's just past first reading. There are amendments that still will happen. We do not plan on putting the mask bylaw in unless our Director of Emergency Management recommends that we should because of a high case number. And because I'm an old phys ed teacher, I thought I would share a potential baseball analogy. And if you're looking at it as a sports point of view, you have a starting pitcher who's pitching, everything is going well, but at some point there might be problems and you need to have a relief pitcher. So baseball teams have bullpens. In essence, the first reading is like having our bullpen pitcher ready. Everything is going well right now. The case numbers are low right now. We don't need a backup or a relief pitcher. But should something happen in this COVID-19 situation or game, then we have bylaws first reading in the bullpen to use if we need to. So it's a lot faster to put it in if our numbers were to take off. So there's your little sports analogy. I'm not sure if you wanted it, but you got it anyway. And the current data from Alberta Health Services shows that we have only 2 cases in Strathmore and 0 in the county of Wheatland. So great work, Strathmore, and great work, Wheatland County. I'd like to answer a few questions about town recreation facilities. Our town staff have worked very hard to develop plans for the reopening of all our recreation facilities. Over the summer, we reopened the Family Center, the Aquatic Center, and the Strathmore Motor Products Sports Center. And since then, we've revised the plans as we've found improved ways to serve the community while still meeting all COVID-19 protocols. Last week, we announced that the sauna and hot tub will reopen soon at the Aquatic Center. More fitness programs will be returning to the Strathmore Motor Products Sports Center as well. And we'll continue to review the operations of these facilities and share further updates with you. Strathmore has incredible volunteers, and we're always looking for volunteers, and especially right now we're looking for new volunteers to step up for council committees. There are 6 council committees that need your leadership. These committees are important parts of the town's decision-making structure. Volunteering on a committee could provide you with valuable experience for your career or political experience if you're at all thinking of running for council one day. You would gain a lot of knowledge and experience and understanding of how the things that are run by the town operate, and then that would give you great experience if you do decide to run for council or mayor. We're looking for volunteers for the Traffic Advisory Committee, the Seniors Advisory Committee, the Sustainability Committee. I did not do that very well, so let's just say that again, the Sustainability Committee, the Assessment Review Board, the Subdivision and Development Appeal Board, and the Financial Audit Committee. You're always welcome to reach out to myself or a town councillor to learn more about serving on a committee, and you can also apply at strathmore.c/volunteering. We have a live question that I can shoot to right now, and the question is, are there any COVID-19 cases in town? And yes, we are currently sitting at 2 active cases in Strathmore. I'd also like to provide an update on the new Strathmore Municipal Building. The site looks more and more complete every day. Last week, we had contractors busy with some of the landscaping. I'm sure you've noticed that there are some very beautiful, mature trees being planted just north of the Market Pavilion. We've also had a lot of paving going on and cement pours to create sidewalks in the parking lot for the town offices, but as well the Farmers Market Pavilion. So you're going to see an incredible change as far as the ability to use that site for various indoor and outdoor activities. The interior of the new municipal building is moving ahead quickly as well. And we just announced to our town staff last week that the move into the new building will take place in December. We'll share exactly how and when this will affect services to the community and when the new building will be open to the public. You can expect more information in the weeks to come. Last week, I participated in a small ceremony to dedicate the new fire engine. Ordinarily, this would be a larger event called a rolling in ceremony, but we had to change things because of the COVID-19 virus situation, but it was no less an important occasion. I was very grateful that I was able to attend that and speak at it. And I also wanted to thank Chief Trent West and Deputy Chief, Deputy Chief Judy Unsworth. And I apologize, I just drew a blank. I guess it's the pressure of the camera. So I wanted to thank Chief West and Deputy Chief Unsworth for having me there. And I also wanted to thank Pastor Don for doing the blessing and the inspiring comments to the fire department members. Our fire department is critical to community safety, and investments in their people and equipment are investments in a safer Strathmore. Orange Shirt Day is an annual event on September 30th. This event recognizes the residential school history in our country and our community. It recognizes that even though these schools are now closed, the impact on Indigenous families is still being felt today. So we have Orange Shirt Day coming up. I encourage you to please wear orange on September 30th. I also invite you to take part in the town's Orange Shirt Day event at the Civic Center at 6 p.m. on September 30th. We will be hearing survivors' stories and having a healing dance with drummers. Now, you may notice that some of council may not be able to attend that. We have a large budgeting workshop that we have to attend on Wednesday, September 30th. So I'm not sure that many of us can attend that, but I just wanted to let you know that in case you're wondering where we all are. Local businesses are big supporters of our community. Whether it's spontaneous acts like how several automotive businesses came together recently to get a stranded motorist back on the road, or the annual donations to minor sports, our local businesses are giving back to Strathmore on a daily basis. And that's one of the reasons why it's so important for Strathmore to shop local. Please help our local economy and do shop local. The Strathmore Library Board is also looking for board trustees. So if you're looking for a volunteering experience, you want to improve your resume perhaps, or just be involved more in the town, we've mentioned the other committees and boards, but the library is one that is so vital to our community. It's so important as far as people being able to access literature as well as computers, the internet, all sorts of things. So if you do want to join the Strathmore Library Board, you can visit strathmorelibrary.ca to volunteer. That's all the questions we've received this week. We have 2 Facebook Live sessions coming up on October 8th and October 22nd at 1 p.m. Your questions are always welcome. And once again, to Deputy Chief Judy Unsworth, I am so sorry that I drew a blank. I obviously know your name, but it just skipped my brain at that time, so my apologies. Thank you to all of you residents for watching today. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon.